Hi there and welcome to Apple World. More subtleties into the demise of one-bearing star Liam Payne. Fundamental toxicology reports uncovering torment had different substances in his framework when he tumbled to his demise, as per numerous outlets, including ABC News and TMZ. The staggering insight about Liam Payne's passing shaken the world after a sad tumble. From a third-story gallery at an inn in Buenos Aires, Argentina, the 31-year-old previous part of one course kicked the bucket from his prosperity with one course to his resulting inconveniences. I mean it when I say this is quite possibly the most terrible misfortune we've seen in quite a while. Believe it or not, Liam's circumstance is staggeringly terrible. Furthermore, one more case of a kid superstar ending a daily existence too early. However, what have his individual one-bearing individuals got to say about the lamentable passing of their darling? Liam Payne makes certain to stick around till the end for all relevant information. Harry Styles and Zayn Malik, two of his previous bandmates, with whom Liam had a maybe turbulent relationship, have at last stood up when Liam Payne was simply a youth one course sent off his vocation. Yet in the background he had a few serious challenges, as indicated by companions near him. He battled with a portion of the very issues that numerous youngsters in the field defy. What is much more disturbing is his mindfulness of his habit battles and understanding the times he's most in danger of hurting himself, which he's been vocal about in meetings and digital broadcast for years now. Day 1 forlorn lodgings. Mom, getting secured in that room isn't fun. Having snapshots of seer ideation. And I mean, there's some stuff that I've without a doubt never spoken about. However, it feels to me like when we were in the band, the most effective way to get us on the grounds that of how enormous it got was simply secure us our rooms, and obviously what's in the room scaled down bar. So at one point, I thought, well, I will host a gathering for oneself, and that just appeared to continue all through numerous long stretches of my life. And then you think back how long you've been drinking and for you're like, Jesus Christ, that is quite a while in any event. For somebody who you know, however youthful as I seem to be, as wild, yet it resembled the main way you could get dissatisfaction out in the day or on the other hand, being in caught, and you realize I talked going to someone about this, and in kid improvement, you know, as a group, the one thing you really want is opportunity to simply decide and opportunity to do stuff, and it was the certain something that, despite the fact that we could do anything we needed, it appeared from the external that we were constantly secured in a room around evening time. And afterward, it would be vehicle lodging stage sing locked, so it was like they pulled the residue CL off FLUs out for a minute and woohoo, and afterward he's back under here. And I'm great. In June 2021, Liam recognized that he disapproved of liquor, and we should just say some cute gifts that weren't helping him. He additionally had serious substance misuse troubles that had an adverse consequence on his emotional wellness. One heading is supposed to have contributed to the executives purportedly giving those young fellows alcohol on visits when they were still in their teenagers, and you can picture how things went crazy once the band split up. All of you review that Liam attempted his hand at a performance vocation, and keeping in mind that Strip That Down was a hit. It was his only single. Furthermore, none of his independent endeavors truly took off. Things basically weren't the equivalent when he and his previous bandmates began to contend, and presently there are tales that his Mark terminated him a couple of days before his unfavorable passing and put his subsequent collection on hold. Liam's chief likewise stopped in light of the fact that he was unable to deal with his way of behaving. As you can see, Liam started to act unusually in interviews and via online entertainment after the boycott separated, and it was this flighty way of behaving that eventually caused his demise on October 16, 2024. As per reports, he was very intoxicated and acting unusually. When he showed up at the lodging, he even broke his own PC in the anteroom, inciting the staff to call for help. The staff even positioned an crisis call, mentioning that they answer a visitor who, I quote, was in liquor and harming his room. Specialists are as yet investigating the occurrence. Yet numero us news sources have detailed that various and liquor were found in Liam's framework, and there are indeed even photos of his room circling online that simply go to show the degree of his conduct. The staff attempted to quiet him down, yet he headed toward the gallery, also leaped to attempt to land in the pool, but since he was inebriated, he aired the distance. Liam fell from the overhang of his lodging over the course of the day. Payne's capricious activities frightened various inn guests. Rebecca Woman told the Day-to-Day Mail that she and her companions momentarily communicated with Pay in the inn entryway, during which he purportedly flaunted, "I utilized to be in a teeny bopper group. That is the reason I'm so effed up, Rebecca." Like, why saw a startling scene when various participants were uncomfortable after Payne playfully snatched a female and attempted to stifle her. In the interim, it was said that the lodging staff was going crazy and keeping a cautious eye on Torment. Rebecca saw that not long prior to breaking his PC and hollering, Payne seemed to have gotten a disturbing email. Before we go any further into the video, do you believe it's probable a one-bearing get-together will occur in enthusiasm for Liam Payne so 1D fans can love their time together over the years? Remark down beneath each individual one-bearing part. Harry Styles posted a devoted picture and message in remembrance of Liam Payne's passing, where he expressed his most prominent delight was making others cheerful, and it was a distinction to be close by him as he made it happen. Styles said Liam lived totally open with his heart on his sleeve. He had an energy for life that was irresistible. He was warm, strong, and extraordinarily cherishing the years we spent together. He will, for eternity, stay among the most valued long periods of my life. I will miss him generally, my beautiful companion. My heart breaks for Karen, Jeff, Nicola, and Ruth. His child, Bear, whatnot, those all over the planet who knew him and cherished him as I did. Zayn Mick, who was known for having numerous public debates with Liam Payne over ongoing years, voiced his unadulterated trouble over his passing. Liam, I have wound up working without holding back to you, trusting you can hear me. I can't help in any case. Think egotistically that there were a lot more discussions for us to have in our lives. I never got too much obliged for supporting me through a portion of the most troublesome times in my day-to-day existence. When I was missing home as a 17-year-old youngster, you would constantly be there with an uplifting perspective and consoling grin. Also, let me in on you were my companion and that I was cherished despite the fact that you were more youthful than me. You were in every case more reasonable than me. You were determined, stubborn, and gave no FS about telling individuals when they were off base, despite the fact that we butted heads as a result of this a couple times. I, in every case, subtly regarded you for it. When it came to the music, Liam, you were the top in each sense. I didn't know anything in examination. I was a beginner youngster with no experience, and you were at that point an expert. I was continuously glad to know that regardless of anything that occurred in front of an audience, we could continuously depend on you to know what direction to control the transport straight away. I lost a sibling when you left us and can't clarify for you what I'd provide for. Simply give you an embrace one final time and express farewell to you appropriately and tell you that I cherished and regarded you beyond a doubt. I will treasure every one of the recollections I have with you in my heart always. There is no words that legitimize or make sense of how I feel at this moment other than past crushed. I trust that any place you are correct. Now you are great and find a sense of contentment at. And you know how adored you are. Love you, brother. Just time will determine what will occur with one course. Because of this stunning, it is planned to pass ideally, a get-together, as what a treat that would be for Liam Payne. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.